Yeah. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to your Monday. I'm excited to be here, man. I am excited to be here with you guys, to be talking about this nerdy shit, man. Oh, man. We got a lot to talk about today. I see you over on YouTube. I see you over on Twitch. I think I even see some people over on Twitter. I don't see anybody on Kick. We still got to check that out. I'm technically not sure if we are still streaming on Kick or not, but I will be looking into that. I'll be looking into it. But regardless of all that, man, we have a ton of really cool stuff to get into today. Let me just show you. Let me kind of try to like not bury the lead and show you something really cool right away. So I don't know if you guys remember this. I think it was one of the recent Marvel movies. It might have even been The Marvels. Okay. I think it might have been The Marvels, where I told you guys that one of you sent me a shirt that said, "In FEIGE we trust." And I think I told you guys I was going to put the shirt on when I went to go see The Marvels, but given the state of everything, I took the shirt, I folded it up, I put it back in the drawer. Well. Yeah. It's out the drawer. It's on the body. It must have shrunk because it's really tight. I'm definitely not getting fatter. So yeah, man. Like, back, baby. Like, wait till dude, guys, we have some really cool shit to talk about today. Okay. And, man, I'm excited. So we're going to break a lot of that stuff down today. I also have a video. I've got two big videos. I was working on one over the weekend that's either going to drop today or tomorrow, probably tomorrow now, because what I really want to do is I want to talk about Spider-Man 4. Look, we got to talk a little bit about Friday, okay? And how maybe you guys were right. Maybe. You're like, okay, we'll talk about it. And that's part of it. But also, I heard some stuff about Spider-Man 4 that, yeah, mind-blowing. Mind-blowing is the way that I would describe it. Connects to the symbiote, you know, the little symbiote that was left behind by Venom when Tom Hardy exited back to his universe. And it's really freaking cool. So we're going to break that down in a full video because it's very spoilery, potentially. So I probably won't talk about all of that on stream, but damn, bro, I was like, oof, that's really cool. And then one more thing I want to say before we get like a whole bunch more people in here, because people get really mad when I say this, when I do this. Okay. You know how annoying it is when people and scoopers and, insiders will do that thing where they say, oh man, I heard this really crazy thing, but I can't talk about it. You know that? I hate it when people do that. I think it's like so annoying. Like, if you've got something to say, just say it. If you can't talk about it, don't talk about it. You know what I mean? But, I heard something that I can't talk about that's fucking mind-blowing. I was like, what? I was like, what? And I want to talk about it so badly, but I can't. I know, dude. I know. Chat. Everybody come back. Don't run away. I can't, dude. Trust me. If I get to the point where, like, here's the way that I think it'll work. I don't know. I'm just hoping. Like, let's just put some. If it is spread around a little bit more, then maybe we can talk about it. You know what I mean? But I can't talk about it right now because if I did, Feige would be like, I can't even explain what Feige would be like. It's just I can't do it. I can't do it. It would be really, really bad. But yeah, dude. So anyway, like I said, we can't talk about that. So let's not talk about it. And I wanted to get that out of the way before too many people got in here because they'd be really, really upset. Okay. What I will tell you is we got some juice, man. We've got some juice. We've got some really cool stuff that we can talk about. And what we're going to talk about in the Spider-Man video is going to blow your fucking mind. It's just like, look, I know things are in a weird spot. I mean, for God's sakes, I've been covering this almost daily for the past like 6 years. So trust me, I'm fully aware of where we're at. I'm fully aware of all the challenges that the MCU faces. I'm aware of where the fandom is at. I'm aware of where the normies is at. I understand it all, okay? But there is some stuff that they are cooking that is like legitimately awesome. Yeah, so I think once we kind of get through some of this laggy kind of bullcrappy stuff and we get into some of the really, really hotness, man, whoo, we're going to be cooking and it's going to be great. So I'm quite excited for all of that. But anyway, before we get into all the news and everything like that, let's just kind of catch up a little bit. How was the weekend for you guys? I unliked the video. Why? I'm sorry. Hey, whoa, hey, chat, everybody. Hey, whoa. Calm down. Calm down, guys. It's going to be okay. Can you just trust me for once? Like, can't you just trust me for once and be like, you know what? I trust Josh. I understand what he's doing, and also I feel excited about the possibilities. Isn't that? Can we just do that? Can we just do that? Great Sunday after that Niners W. Oh my God. Can we talk about the games a little bit? Can we talk about the games? I had a great time. I actually didn't watch the first half of the Ravens and Taylor Swift game. I had to take a nap at that point. I worked a lot yesterday. I was actually editing while I was watching the other game too. Man, I mean, you know, I don't want to kick you guys while you're down or make you frustrated or cause any undue stress to you. But, dude, Taylor Swift was in Lamar Jackson's head. It was unbelievable. Seriously, how did they let Taylor Swift get in their heads like that? It's crazy, man. I've never seen anything quite like it. She's really pulling her weight on the team. She played an incredible game of football. And I'm really excited for Taylor. You know what I mean? And, man, so excited that we get to watch her perform in the Super Bowl. She'll probably get the MVP trophy, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, it was fantastic. But seriously, what's up with the Ravens? I thought Lamar Jackson was good. How did this happen? Triple coverage, interception? What's the deal, man? And the memes about Lamar Jackson have been absolutely fantastic. They've been absolutely fantastic. He caught his own pass, though. I did see that. That was kind of cool. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just think there's been a lot of talk about Lamar for like years. And yeah, I mean, look, he can't get it done under the lights like that, And again, I just really think that Taylor Swift got in his head. Chaco says the Ravens are my team. It's a sad day. Well, like I said, man, I don't want to, kick you while you're down. I wouldn't want to cause you any undue stress, but I mean, he folded, bro. You know what I mean? Like, he's choked, you know what I mean? So I don't know. That was pretty crazy to see, and it was pretty funny watching the reaction. Did you guys see all of the edits and the fan cams of people like praying to Lamar to prevent Taylor from being in the Super Bowl and all that sort of stuff. Those were incredible. Like, it was incredible, dude. Like, I just loved all the memes. I loved all the energy. People were trying to call on Lamar like he was Batman or the Messiah or something. And they were like, please stop and save us from this Taylor Swift Super Bowl. And, yeah, couldn't get it done. Couldn't get it done. She got in his head. I thought it was crazy. So then the other game was incredible, too. I really want San Francisco to be in the Super Bowl. Big fan of Dr. Disrespect. So, you know, I wanted to see. I mean, because I expect Doc will probably be at the Super Bowl. I don't know if he will or not, actually. But I would imagine he's going to do everything he can to try to get there. And so in the same way that some people, like, you know, the NFL, needs Taylor Swift to be at the Super Bowl, I needed Doc to be at the Super Bowl. And that game was incredible, man. They were getting kind of their ass kicked, bro. Like, the Lions kind of opened that shit up and were just, like, whooping that ass. And then in the second half, they scored, like, 27 straight. Bro, you knew it was over when the guy caught the pass that bounced off of his helmet. Unbelievable. Tim the Tatman offered him tickets? Dude, that's awesome. Wow, what a friend, huh? Yeah, that would be fantastic to see Doc there, man. To get some shots of Doc during the Super Bowl. Come on, man. Come on, man. So yeah, that was a great game, dude. Unbelievable. Brock Purdy looked like a completely different person in the second half. And then who's that back that they have? The short little white guy? What's his name? Dude, what's up with this guy, man? This dude can ball. Did you see that stiff arm he did to the one dude? The dude's like 2 times his size. He stiff armed this guy into oblivion. Christian McCaffrey, that dude can ball. Dude, my God. That was insane. And they said he broke a season record for the most touchdowns this year. Bro, that dude can ball. That was wild. So that was a really entertaining game. Yeah, that was a fun game, man. Who's the pick to win the Super Bowl? I mean, it's probably going to be the Chiefs, right? I mean, that Chiefs team is... I mean, how many times has Mahomes been there over the past 4 or 5 years, right? It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. But he broke Jerry Rice's record. Yeah, that was... what's his face? Taylor Swift's husband. I can't even think... I mean, does his real name even matter? It's Taylor Swift's... I guess, boyfriend, you know? Yeah, Kelsey. That's his name. Yeah. Mahomes, 4 out of the 5 last years. Yeah, dude, that's wild. I mean, in all seriousness, they are doing something really special with that dynasty over there. It's really crazy to see. So, good for them. 49ers are the favorites? What? Is that serious? Have you checked out the Weaponized podcast? No, but that sounds dangerous. The Weaponized podcast? Yeah, that sounds kind of... I don't know about that, man. Sounds dangerous. I just lost a ranked game. What do you mean? What ranked? What are you talking about? 4 out of 5 left. Yeah, that's crazy. Really wanted an Eminem versus Taylor Swift Super Bowl. That would have been really good for sure. Baltimore was favored too. Interesting. Really. That is pretty crazy. It's on UFOs by Jeremy Corbell. Oh, no, I have not seen that. I might have seen some clips from it, but no, I haven't watched it. Should I buy a Toyota? I mean, I don't know, bro. I can't help you out on that. Josh, what can you tell me about Magnus? Unity preview was awesome. I will tell you that Magnus is one of my favorite characters. He's incredibly powerful. He's kind of I'd say he's a little bit more snarky than some of the other characters, which I kind of like. And there's a lot that will happen to him in these 5 chapters of Volume 1. That's probably all I can say, but he's definitely one of my favorites. I'm excited for you guys to see where it goes with him, for sure. And you know what? On that note, too, I just want to say, man, the response to Unity Chapter 1 has been really good so far. So I'm really excited. I know I said we'd probably get the second chance Kickstarter live sometime this week. Hopefully we can still do that. I just have a lot of stuff going on. I was working all weekend. I've got a huge script for a Warhammer video because they just like fucking changed all of Warhammer lore with this new book, which is nuts. So I was writing that, multiple Marvel videos and stuff that we're working on. So yeah, I'm hoping to be able to launch the Second Chance Kickstarter by the end of the week. But there's a couple of things I'm kind of still waiting on. But I think the main thing is if you backed the Kickstarter, check the Kickstarter out because you have a link to be able to go read Unity Chapter 1. It's 45 pages. And yeah, it's a chunky boy, but it's good. And a lot of people really like it, and it's a great first chapter. It sets a lot of stuff up, and a lot of people are going to be really excited to read the rest of it. So good stuff coming, man. Good stuff coming. What's the name of your Warhammer channel? It's called Warhammer Explained. How about that? How about that? You just spoiled the fact that Magnus survives the whole Volume 1. I guess. I mean, I guess I did. I don't know, did I? Josh, did you see the Brave New World Cap suit leak? I did. What did you guys think of that leak? I'll get that pulled up because we might as well start getting into topics and whatnot today. So we can kind of get that pulled up. But what did you guys think of that suit, man? I saw some pretty mixed reactions to it, but... The suit looks better and people are really complaining. Yeah, that's kind of what I saw too. It's definitely a suit. I mean, you're not wrong, bro. You're not wrong. Who's complaining? I saw positive. Well, I think, you know, the group that I saw complaining, and this is kind of interesting to me. So there's a whole bunch of like anonymous scoopers and stuff in our community, right? In the Marvel community. There's also like a lot of these anonymous accounts that basically make a living just shit posting online. And look, some of them are really funny. I enjoy a lot of this stuff, but let me show you. I'll show you a meme that I think sums up these accounts because look, you know, I don't know. I try to be chill. I understand some people want autonomy or whatever, but I generally think anons on the internet are pretty big losers for the most part. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm not going to fucking belabor the point because there are some, you know, respectable people that are anon for respectable reasons or whatever. But this is kind of the meme for me that kind of sums up a lot of these people. So I say all of that to say that some of the accounts that are the shit posters that like you've probably seen some of these accounts. Like I think one is Kari, one is God, I don't even remember their names, but you would remember if you saw their avatar, you would remember. And they also get like bajillions of impressions every single month, right? So the point is, a lot of those accounts were shitting on the new MCU suit. And because that's all they do for a living is try to find popular angles and takes to share online and get thousands of other bots to basically seal clap for them and promote them. I think that a lot of those accounts were shitting on the new suit. On the one hand, it's like, y'all don't know and you're not fans. On the other hand, though, it's concerning. And I think that Marvel should be literally concerned that the MCU has kind of gone to a point where these real loser accounts can farm these things. They can literally farm the negativity that's just out there for Marvel Studios. And so like that's what I saw. I saw a lot of those accounts that were you know, kind of shitting on it or whatever. But you know what? Let's just go ahead and talk about the suit. And you know what? Let's just talk about Captain America, Brave New World, and the delays because that is a big thing that came out. I believe Daniel broke this on Sunday over on his Patreon. And so, yeah, there's a lot of shit. Like, Captain America is literally trending right now on Twitter. So this is kind of a big deal. So here's the difference in the suits right here. Okay. And let me just kind of pull that over there so you guys can see that. So you have on the left side the suit from Captain America or Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And then on the right side, you have the new suit, which is for Brave New World. Okay. And I got to tell you, like, I don't understand the reaction from people that don't like this at all. I think this new suit is way, way better. And I thought this suit was, I mean, you know, when I initially saw it, I was like, oh, man, that's cool. They made it work from the comics because this is a little bit more like what Sam Wilson looks like as Cap in the comics. So it's kind of sweet. But honestly, in practicality, when he was actually, like, moving in the scenes and things like that, I didn't really love it. I think all this stuff up here, like the neck pads and the weird face mask thing, I think that's all goofy as hell. So I like this a lot more. I like it. It feels like it really evokes more of a Captain America feel to me. So I kind of like it, man. Chat, definitely interested in what y'all think. Do you lean one way or the other? Do you not really care? Where's your opinion on that? Okay. So that's kind of the first little intro into what's being talked about when it comes to that. But we've got to, of course, talk about massive. We got to talk about this too. We got to talk about that. Oh my God. But here, so check this out. Massive delays, massive reshoots for Captain America Brave New World. Do you guys remember when some of the insiders and scoopers were trying to suggest that Captain America Brave New World was merely having some of its action sequences punched up? Yeah, it really doesn't seem like that's what's going on. We had heard that additional writers were coming in to pen new scenes, and we were like, okay, so that's kind of interesting. Maybe those punch-ups are just for the action sequences. Like, maybe the writers are coming in for that kind of stuff. Yeah, I don't think so anymore. This is massive, dude. From May until August, bro. They are giving this the Multiverse of Madness treatment. That is enough shooting to do an entirely new movie. And it is possible that that's kind of what they are doing. They might be reshooting, for all intents and purposes, this entire movie. Now, I think the sort of initial reaction from a lot of fans is like, oh, wow, here we go again. Oh, my goodness, this is horrible. Marvel doesn't know what they're doing, etc., etc., etc. But I got to tell you, to me, I'm actually feeling really positive about these reshoots and about the changes that they made with this, okay? And for now, no one is really reporting what the changes exactly are. But I'll tell you some of the problems that I heard the movie had, and we can kind of extrapolate out and perhaps even consider what kind of changes might be made to sort of help and to adjust this movie. So the first thing we need to talk about is the title change. Okay? Now, chat, what was the original title for Brave New World? What was the original title for Brave New World? Anybody? Bueller? Anybody? What was the original name? Do you guys know? New World Order. Yes. So how many of you understand why the title New World Order may have been a bad idea for such a movie that deals with international politics and also has a character named Samba, who is an Israeli superhero, maybe even a person that works at Mossad. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know a lot about that character. But, yeah, so you start to put two and two together there, and you're like, yeah, that was a really stupid idea, right? Really stupid idea. So that had been changed in the title to no longer reflect, your mileage may vary on this, but what I consider to be, mostly conspiratorial, kind of fucked up kind of beliefs about certain groups of people. And the thing that to really keep in mind here, guys, is that, and this may shock you, this may kind of pull the wool from over top your eyes. Maybe some of you don't realize this, but we live in a time where political battles, both here in America and also internationally, they have reached somewhat of a boiling point. And a lot of these issues, a lot of these conspiracies, a lot of these, powerful countries and, conflicts around the world, a lot of those things are, let's call them sensitive topics. Okay? So we're keeping it real surface level here, but I think you know what I'm saying. Okay? So I would just tell you that I had heard certain elements of the movie were already being looked at as perhaps needing to be changed because a lot of international shit kind of popped off in the world after they made this. In some ways, they're getting unlucky here, and maybe it's just Anthony Mackie. Maybe he's really unlucky because you will recall that the LLC for Falcon and the Winter Soldier was literally called Pandemic Productions. The original version of that show was going to revolve around some kind of weird virus being released around the world and causing a somewhat of a pandemic, or at least the concern of a pandemic. So they got really unlucky with that and had to kind of Frankenstein that show together, cut out all of that stuff, and change it. It's well documented in Joanna Robinson's book. She talks about this a lot. So, yeah, they kind of got unlucky with that one, right? Seems as though they might have got unlucky again because they were, I think, going to play with not only some politics that were, American to a degree, because you have President Red Hulk, Thunderbolt Ross, big old angry conservative that's red, So not only were you going to have some of that kind of stuff, but you were also going to have a lot of international stuff. Like, this movie was going to focus on international conflict, intelligence agencies, a lot of weird shadow work, wet work kind of spy stuff. And I frankly think it's just a little too close to home. So that's just something that I had heard, okay? Now, of course, they're probably looking to make the movie, just more badass and more fun and have the action sequences really sing a little bit more. I think they're probably going to do that as well. But I think the main changes being done to Captain America Brave New World are probably to make it less related to real world politics. Now, I kind of had a couple back and forths with people on Twitter about this because, some people think that if you set a character up to be basically intrinsically political, which you could make the argument that the Falcon and the Winter Soldier show does that to Sam Wilson, right? By kind of making it about civil rights and his place in the world as a black man, the idea that certain people, institutions will not accept him as Captain America because he is a black man, and it might be a quote-unquote bad look to go away from all of that and to just ignore that and to do something else. Your mileage may vary on that. I personally feel I just want to see Sam be a hero. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to see Sam be a hero. And even though a lot of the civil rights stuff is literally some of the best stuff in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I just don't know if today, again, in such a divided time, that is an element that you really need to focus on in this movie. But I could see them probably doing that still. What I'm really concerned with and what I really hope they change is the sort of allegory of Red Hulk to Trump, MAGA to this kind of more conservative wing of political figures in the MCU. I damn sure don't want them to touch any international shit that's any kind of serious issue, character, conflict, and all that sort of stuff. It's just it's gonna just be a Twitter fight between the worst kind of people talking about that, and we don't need it. Just make the movie badass, make Sam a hero, introduce the Tiamat Island stuff, Have Red Hulk and the Red Hulk fight be absolutely incredible, and just don't have it be an allegory for politics, right? So if that's what they're doing, and again, there's no real good rumors or reports about that. That's just kind of my speculation based on some stuff that I heard about the movie, and you kind of look at the pattern of how this movie has changed in pre-production and in production, and I think that's probably a pretty safe bet. Now, the other thing we got to talk about here, and chat, you need to help me out with this. You need to help me out with this. Is this shit real? Is this shit real? This is fan art? Hang on now. Hang on now. Is that fan art? AI or something? I think this is fan art, right? I don't think this is this. What this little symbol down here seems like maybe that's a fake thing. I don't know. The world may never know. Well, look, let me just say it to you like this. If this is what the Red Hulk looks like, cancel the fucking movie. Or just completely redesign the Red Hulk. Like this kind of goofy looking, like, this is not, like, no. Like, I don't want it. And now I'm kind of questioning, like, can Harrison Ford's face just work as Red Hulk in general? I'm not really sure. But, oh my God, is this shit not working? Like, bro, this just looks like big old goofy ass Harrison Ford but he's red. And that's not what I want. You know what I mean? So, holy shit. Really hope that is not the actual look for the Red Hulk there. And I guess to kind of summarize everything that's going on here, absolutely massive reshoots happening to Captain America 4. Like, I don't know, this probably adds another 50, 100 million to the production budget for this film. And they really need this movie to work. So I hope this movie works. We can hope that a lot of the changes they're making are appropriate changes. I mean, look, here's part of this too. I think Marvel should be changing quite a bit. Like a lot of different things they should be changing. And I think getting away from the real world politics stuff, getting away from anything that can be defined as like culture war, fuel to the fire and stuff like that, like they should remove all of that shit, right? So if that is indeed what they're doing, I consider it to be a W. A lot of question marks on, is that what they're doing? What the fuck are they doing? And are they just going to like throw money at this thing and have it not really change that much? I'm so confused, man. Like one of the big videos that we're working on right now is this whole breakdown of like, look, here's where Marvel is at. Okay. And I'll TLDR this for you right here. Number one, they know that they have screwed up. They also know the audience is not responding to a lot of different things. So they're making changes. And the first set of changes are to try to fix all the shit they already shot, all the stuff they already had in development. Okay? That's the real question mark for me. That's a concerning, like, proposition. All the stuff that is yet to be greenlit, the stuff that, like, Spider-Man 4, Doc Strange 3, World War Hulk, like, a lot of that stuff, like, bro, that stuff I have full confidence in being absolute fire, fan service, fun, character-driven, great stuff. The question is, can we get through some of these projects that are going to be workshopped? Will they be acceptable? And will the fans be able to stomach a lot of those and then get into the better, doper shit that is going to be greenlit after that? So with this movie, that is a big question mark. Will they be able to fix this film? I respect the idea of them putting all of this work, all of this money, all of this energy into making this movie good, but it better be good. You know what I'm saying? Because if like this whole thing gets delayed, because another thing is like, I kind of feel like they delayed it out of 2024 to get a distance from the elections in general. And it's not just the American election. I think the American election is the biggest one. But bro, there's so many elections this year in general, more elections on this planet this year than there have ever been before, right? It's an incredibly political year. So I feel like they already kind of pushed it away from that. This movie better slap. Because if it doesn't, man, it's just extending this pain period where we're having to slog through these stupid ideas that they had that now they're just trying to fix up and be better. So that's kind of the take when it comes to the new information of Captain America 4. If more updates and things come out, we will cover them for you, of course. But that is, in general, your breakdown of what's going on with Brave New World. Chat, what do you think? What do you guys think about this? I turned the little heater off for a second, and then it got so cold. I feel so strongly that Sam needs the serum. I don't think they're going to give Sam the serum, dude. And I think a big part of Falcon and the Winter Soldier was kind of showing that he's not going to take the serum. I need the mustache. Bro, I need the mustache too. I'm not trying to be that guy, but bro, you got to get that mustache on him. That's so Harrison Ford, though. There's literally one defining factor of Thunderbolt Ross. It's the mustache. And Harrison literally couldn't even be bothered to do it. Like, that's kind of, like, you got to kind of respect it from the perspective of, like, the absolute get off my lawn motherfucker that Harrison Ford is. But also from the fans' perspective, you're like, bro, can you just please do the mustache? Like, that would be kind of cool. Looks like a Soul Calibur cover. Yeah. No, it does a little bit, doesn't it? Josh, about the Red Hulk right now. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. Sam Wilson's suit is not updated. One shown earlier on Twitter. Wait, what? I don't know what that means, bro. Marvel is partially responsible for fueling the culture war fire. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. And I think they have maybe finally realized that. I mean, look, at the end of the day, bro, like, the world's just different. Like, you know, this is something that I think Kathy really doesn't understand, and this is something that maybe just a lot of people in Hollywood doesn't understand. Like, bro, the world is so different from 2017, 2018, 2019. The world's different, dude. Like, this is a different world. And people are... let's call it primed to be mad about certain things. Josh's face is almost the same color as Red Hulk. Let's check that out. Let's see. No, you're wrong. But I am getting a lot of red, especially on the other screen, because there's like red in the background. I'm wearing red. Maybe red's just not my color. Now you have me incredibly subconscious. Okay, everybody, I'm too subconscious to self-conscious, subconscious. See you later. That's a lot of red, though. That is a lot of red. Oh, my God, I'm the Red Hulk. I got to tell you, real talk, I look better as Red Hulk just right now than that whack-ass picture of Harrison Ford there. That is a horrifying image. He looks like a shitty Hellboy. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's not that great. Well, at least you have the mustache. Boom. There we go. Amen. Feige shirt turning Josh into the Red Hulk. Yeah, a little bit, probably. Yeah, a little bit. We need a Red Hulk Twitch emote. We'll get them. We will get them. Ross Red Hulk didn't have the mustache, though. That's the other Red Hulk that does. No. Wrong. Maybe correct, but no. Nah. All right, should we talk about Friday a little bit? Talk about the RDJ Rob Lowe stream? I mean, what do you want me to say? RDJ's coming back. A lot of people don't want to believe it. It's going to be awesome when he comes back. And I'm just over it. I'm over people with, like, silly opinions, which takes us to Friday. All right, let's talk about Friday, guys. So, you know, Friday's stream... got wait, hang on, I wasn't recording. Hang on, guys. Sorry, this is gonna be a clip. So shut your mouth. Everybody be on your best behavior. Okay. Let's talk about Friday's stream. And I can see you guys already talking about it in the chat. Yeah, love Friday's stream. Friday's got a little crazy. Friday was fine. Josh is faking clips. Hey, what the fuck? Anyway. Okay, so let's talk about Friday a little bit. Now, Friday, for those that weren't there, I got super upset with chat because there were rumors that Toby and Andrew might be back for Spider-Man 4. And I was talking to you guys about how there was this big divide between fans that were like, no, we want the grounded street-level Peter Parker. And then people that were like, no, let's do more multiverse stuff. And we got in this big thing, and everybody was yelling at each other. And look, here's the thing. I thought about it. I talked to some people behind the scenes about some rumors and some, stuff like that. And look, this very rarely happens, and it'll probably never happen again. But I will say that I think I might have been wrong, just a little bit, a little bit wrong on Friday. Okay, and I do understand that we want Peter, especially Tom Holland, to have his moments as the street level grounded Spider-Man. And I understand the concern of just jumping back into the multiverse for the sake of it and doing all this Toby and Andrew stuff. I understand it, especially if you think it's coming from Sony and only Sony. I mean, yeah, that feels bad. I mean, we've got, Madam Web, Craven the animal rights activist. There's a lot of reasons. Like, there's a lot of, I understand where you guys are coming from. Here's the deal. I still believe that we're going through a multiverse saga right now that has barely any multiverse. And it's blowing my mind. You know what I mean? Frankly, it's blowing my mind. They probably shouldn't have announced this thing as the multiverse saga until we actually got into some of the multiverse stuff, right? However, I'm happy to report that some people were clearing this up. And, shout out to Alex Perez, who, by the way, I didn't realize this, but I saw it pop up on Reddit recently. And I just want to give a shout out to Alex because, dude, they're like batting 90% over there with their scoops and exclusives and stuff like that. They're literally better than Daniel right now. They have a better track record than Daniel RPK. So shout out to the Cosmic Circus. Shout out to Alex Perez for being incredibly accurate and being careful with their scoops. We respect it. The other thing, though, that's interesting is they were kind of talking about how this multiversal stuff, it doesn't seem to make a lot of sense considering what they've heard. So the main thing I want to get across to you guys is this. You will be pleased to hear that from everything I'm hearing and from very reliable people like Alex, the movie will be street level. It will be grounded. It will essentially be like Devil's Reign kind of meets Civil War 2, where you'll have Fisk outlawing heroes in New York City. You'll have some vigilantes. You'll probably have like a little bit of Civil War 2 energy where certain heroes are on this side, certain heroes are on that side. And so you are not likely to be getting a lot of multiversal stuff in that movie. Now, here's kind of the small caveat, though. So I did hear what I heard with regards to Toby potentially being in the movie. I do think it's true that Sony wants the Spider Boys back, and they want them back bad. And I think Feige wants them back badly as well. And I'm damn sure they're going to be in Secret Wars. Now, Alex Perez is he's kind of saying that they will be in Beyond the Spider-Verse, which I assume he's talking about the next animated movie from the Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse series. They're technically in the second one, but hopefully in the third one in a more meaningful way, right? So that's one aspect of it that's really interesting. I do wonder where and how the multiverse shenanigans could show up in Spider-Man 4. And one thing that I heard, which I think people are talking about, but maybe they're not like being just really direct about it, is Sony wants the villains from the Sony movies to be in Spider-Man 4. One of the long rumors, this was a long time ago, Daniel scooped this, Vulture, Michael Keaton's Vulture, very likely to be in Spider-Man 4. Now, for a moment, consider what that could mean. Because the last time we saw Michael Keaton Vulture, he was talking to Morbius, something to do with Spider-Man, I guess. Okay? So, I'm kind of wondering if some of the multiversal elements could be tied to the actual villains that come in to Spider-Man 4, and the possibility of some multiversal strings being pulled by certain characters or figures. So I wonder if that's how they will generally get there with that Spider-Man movie. That could kind of be the way that you do the street level stuff, and then you also get into some multiversal elements, okay? One last thing that I want to tease, and I'm saving this for a Spider-Man video. I recorded this video right before we went live. Elisa is editing it right now. I will edit it later. We'll probably get it out around 3 for you guys. I heard something absolutely mind-blowing about Spider-Man 4. The end of the movie, a certain villain that's going to show up and be a secret mercenary of Wilson Fisk, and where that leads to will absolutely blow your minds. But it is a massive spoiler, potentially. Massive spoiler. So we're going to save it for a video, and you can check that video out later. And oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, does it have me quite excited for Spider-Man 4 and excited for Tom Holland in Secret Wars. And I'll just tease again that it has to do with this symbiote that was left behind by Venom when he goes back into his universe, and the potential for it to be tied to Venom 3. And oh my God, bro, it is really freaking cool. So I kind of wanted to just update you guys about Spider-Man, because I know we kind of had some conflict in here on Friday. Yeah, so look, at the end of the day, you guys, it looks like you guys won. It looks like you're getting your grounded Peter Parker, but also I won, because the ending's going to be fucking amazing, and what it's going to lead to is going to blow your fucking mind. So, yeah, more on that later. But, yeah, as far as all the updates, I just wanted to tell you that it looks like you're getting your grounded Spider-Mans. So, congratulations, chat. There you freaking go. If Harrison Red Hulk looks like that, he'd be better off as Lou Ferrigno, painted red with Harrison's face. Yeah, you're not wrong, dude. You're not wrong. That is a hideous image, bro. That is a hideous image. Dude, too much time in between movies. These guys are getting old. Wait like 4 to 5 years to make the movie. I agree with you. They need to get moving on it. 100% they need to get moving on it. Grounded and can't leave home. Yeah, dude. Grounded like your hopes for the multiverse story. How dare you? How dare you? Hey, we're trying to be friendly. Me and chat, we're trying to get along here. Okay? Aren't we trying to get along? Aren't we having fun? Are you not entertained? Sheesh. Please tell us. I don't want to tell you right here. I don't want to tell you right here. I try not to do crazy potential spoilers in the stream unless I have it labeled like a spoiler stream. Because people just come in, bro. Like, imagine Billy Bob Joe. You know, he's just trying to come in and hear the Marvel updates, and all of a sudden I ruin the fucking ending of Spider-Man 4 for him. Yeah, it doesn't seem very fun. Billy Bob Joe. You know? Shit. So we'll put it in a video. Trust me, you're going to want to check that video out. It's crazy. Okay, so that's kind of the Spider-Man stuff. There's even more. There's even more. There's even more stuff happening. Let's look up the let's talk about the Punisher stuff, man. So who are the best scoopers? Can you rank them? Well, I continue to believe that Daniel's good, My Time is good, Alex Perez is good. You know, like Casey Walsh is a big butthole, but he's usually pretty good. There's a lot of reliable people, man. A lot of reliable people out there. Punisher going to be too grounded for you, Josh? God damn it, Kendall. Hey, Kendall. You might not have been here for this. But I just wanted to say, bro, I cannot believe that Lamar let Taylor Swift get in his head like that, bro. Like, he was shook, bro. He was shook. I've never seen anything like it. She was in his head. Big time. Grounded like my belief in Lamar. Yeah, he kind of sucks. Happy Ahsoka Tano Day. Wait, what does that mean, Mariana? What does that mean, Ahsoka Day? I didn't even know this was a thing. Oh, Jeff Snyder? Of course. Yeah, Jeff Snyder's really good, too. I think so, too. He saw the AI photos. Bro, I was explaining this shit to my wife. I was like, did you see this whole thing with the Taylor Swift AI stuff? And she like didn't really know what it was. And I was explaining it to her, and I was like, dude, Taylor Swift and her army are more dangerous than Jack Reacher. Like, Elon locked the ability to search for Taylor Swift on the app. The fucking White House is talking about this shit and saying they're going to need to pass legislation. Mainstream media doxing this dude. And everybody's just celebrating it. Let me just explain something to you. Do not fuck with Taylor Swift. Like, just, this is one of those situations where, like real talk, pick your battles wisely. Do not fuck with Taylor Swift. Do not fuck with Taylor. Do not fuck with the Swifties. That is power. That if you don't think that's power, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. That shit was crazy. I was like, who is this lady? Like, who is this lady? Because that's power. It reminded me of that scene in Batman Begins with Carmine Falcone. That's Taylor Swift, bro. That is crazy. So, let's go, Taylor. I'm all in. And no grief from me. I've always supported the Swifties. Don't come for me. Holy shit. That's a powerful lady. God damn. Okay, anyways, let's talk about the Punisher. Let's talk about the Punisher, man. Let's talk about the Punisher, man. Kendall says Taylor Swift and Deadpool will elevate it to a $2 billion movie. She's really going to ascend higher. Like, that's not even a joke, though. Like, if they do have Taylor in that movie, it will boost that movie by hundreds of millions of dollars. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say how much exactly. But that will boost that movie by hundreds of millions of dollars. That's power that you can't buy. Like that, it's mind-blowing to me. Ahsoka was introduced to Star Wars fandom 16 years ago today. That's the meaning of the day today. Oh, shit. Okay. Interesting. Okay, that's cool. Shout out to Ahsoka. Incredible character. All right, so let's talk about this, man. Let's talk about the Punisher and Daredevil Born Again. Should I do this whole segment in singing? Should I sing this whole segment? You don't have to answer that. Okay. This was also scooped by Daniel. Really crazy here. Now, look, there's a part of this that's like triggering, but I want to kind of talk you through it because I don't think it's as bad as maybe we initially thought. So, the Punisher was already supposed to have a significant role in Daredevil Born Again. The insider revealed that he will have even more of an important role now and will have his own subplot where he's expected to chase away cops who defile his symbol. Okay, now, look. On the one hand, this is kind of one of those maybe culture war baity kind of a things because I don't know how many of you guys like kind of follow this stuff, but Punisher and the Punisher logo was kind of seen and considered to be kind of problematic, okay? And there was like this whole meta conversation about glorifying the Punisher, what it meant to take the Punisher and sort of use it or kind of hold Frank up as some kind of a toxic, violent thing, right? So really stupid. And my initial concern with this was, man, I hope they're not trying to do that and say like, you know, everybody that elevates Punisher bad, Punisher doesn't like that sort of stuff. Punisher really good guy. Because I got to tell you, man, Frank Castle is not a fucking good guy. Like, that is the whole fucking point. Castle is not a good guy. You ever read Civil War? You want to know? Like, just get into some of those conversations between him and Captain America. He's a psycho killer, okay? I like Frank Castle. Sometimes it's cool to watch a psycho killer do crazy psycho killer shit. Frank Castle's an awesome character. Let's not pretend that he's a hero and that everybody that's taking his symbol and using it is bastardizing a hero. That's not what's happening. Frank Castle, I think, represents a certain kind of energy that certain military folk, certain police folk can get behind. And I think there's a philosophy within the armed forces and sometimes within police work as well, that you are a fucking animal. You are the bad guy that chases the bad guys. You have to kind of cultivate that energy. You got to kind of cultivate that attitude. There was oh man, I'm kind of blanking on this one guy's name, but there was this, I think it was General Mattis. He had this crazy fucking quote one time where he kind of said, he said this kind of like positive thing, and said that he didn't want to hurt anybody, didn't want to do this, that, second, and the third. But if you force me to, I will bring hell upon you. And it was like this fucking ice cold thing that he said where he was basically like, look, I'm going to try to do everything I can to not have to come in there. But if you make me come in there, I will fucking destroy you in ways that will just, it was like, damn, like one of those kind of statements. That's the energy that Frank Castle has, right? That's that kind of energy. So to me, I wouldn't like it if we're trying to do some kind of social commentary on the Punisher, his whole situation and why that's problematic, et cetera, et cetera. I don't want any of that bullshit. But what could be interesting is the idea of Fisk trying to use the Punisher symbol to do what? To try to, again, instill into the minds of people that vigilantism and that these heroes just running amok is a really bad thing. And so I am kind of reading into this in a way where you're going to have Frank be trying to like take that down, but it's like this 60 chess move from Fisk to essentially turn public opinion even further against the Punisher and against other vigilantes and heroes, okay? So I'm choosing to kind of like look at this in a more positive way. That's cool. And also, it's just plainly a W that we're getting more of Jon Bernthal as Punisher. I mean, he was already kind of an anchor point of the show. To get even more Jon Bernthal Punisher, that's an absolute win, man. So, look, there's some question marks about what exactly are they really changing when it comes to Daredevil Born Again? What are they really doing with Frank Castle and the cops that are using the Punisher deal and all that sort of stuff? But I'm choosing to be like, dude, I can kind of see where they're going with this. I hope it's treated appropriately, and it could also be really interesting as a way to sort of trap Castle and to really turn people against him and other heroes. So this, to me, is actually a positive sign. Like, we've heard so many positive things about Daredevil Born Again, and this is just the latest one. So I wanted to kind of explain this to you guys and, just get your take on it and see what you think about it. What do you think, chat? What do you think? Somebody find that General Mattis quote, too, because that shit was ice cold. I think it was Mattis. I'm not sure. Missed all of that. Sorry. Oh, okay, let's take it from the top. Except no! Talk about the white tiger suit? Damn, dude. Really? That's what we got to do? We got to talk about the white tiger suit? I mean, we knew the budget cuts were coming. But holy shit. Mad Dog Mattis was all talk. I don't know if that's true. Bullseye versus Punisher. Whew, that would be lit, dude. LMAO, been watching Daredevil in the white tiger suit. Makes sense. I mean, sure, it makes sense given the... Yeah, and also, too, maybe he'll introduce him to his new suit guy in San Francisco. You know what I mean? That San Francisco dude could probably whip up a nice-looking white tiger thing. Bring the Dolph Lundgren Punisher variant. That would be sick, dude. My brother's an Army Ranger, and they loved Mattis. Yeah, I have a lot of family that was in the service, and they loved Mattis, dude. They loved Mattis. How come they didn't went with female white tiger? Because Feige understands the MCU complaints, and he's changing everything and injecting a lot more male energy into it. That's why. I don't actually know that. I mean, that's something I've been hearing. But here's another thing too. I wanted to say, look, this whole thing that's going on with Daniel and myself right now, where I've kind of been, look, frankly, I've been following Daniel a little bit more closely ever since I started actually giving him money on Patreon. And I think a lot of his scoops are not real. I think he has very good sources, but a lot of his stuff just doesn't pan out. And so, like, it's weird, right? I'm trying to understand, like, what's going on with this guy and, like, what he's reporting. Like, I'll give you an example. You know, Daniel reported that the Star Wars What If show recently was, like, a thing. Bro, it's not. Like, I was dead-ass told by very reliable people the Star Wars What If show doesn't exist. And, in fact, I talked to Daniel about it behind the scenes. There was another show he was going to scoop that I told him was also canceled. So I don't know if he's just like getting old information or what, but like Daniel is not Johnny on the spot. He is not always correct. And part of me feels like, and I don't know that this is 100% true, but this is what I feel like, okay? I feel like Daniel is in denial that certain things at Marvel might be changing in a way that he might not like. I mean, I'll just say it. I think Daniel's probably like a super woke person, okay? And to be honest with you, like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, that's cool, man. That's chill. Like, we've got some people that are kind of woke in our community too. It's all good. Honestly, it's supposed to be a place for everybody here. But where it becomes a problem is that I think Daniel is reporting stuff and he is denying that there are certain changes happening that may be to placate fans that are getting super upset about certain elements that he thinks are awesome. Right? So when Daniel reports stuff like the Iron Fist show is going to be female-led now, I don't even believe it. I literally don't believe it. I think it's possible that they had those conversations, and how could they not? Colleen Wigg taking over, that was practically set up in the Iron Fist show, right? So, like, duh. But as far as like, oh no, they're actually going to go into production with a female-led Iron Fist show, I don't believe it, dude. And I think that a lot of stuff, like, you know, he said the X-Men are going to be female-led. I heard that was dead-ass wrong. I had very reliable people tell me that's dead-ass wrong. So I'm kind of at a place with Daniel where I'm trying to, like, take what he says and be like, no, like, he obviously has sources, but he also couches things. He's also, like, unwilling to let stuff go. Like, the Kang stuff is an interesting one, okay? He had reported now that Denzel's kid is in the running to be the Kang replacement, okay? And a lot of people kind of called him out on it and were like, bro, I don't even see how that's true. You know, you immediately reported that the other guy was in talks to be Kang. In the Variety article, it literally says it's not a high priority for them. I don't think it's a high priority for them. I don't think they're going to be doing a lot of Kang stuff. But I think that Daniel first reported that Kang is still going to be a big part of it, and he's kind of attached to that. He has skin in that game, and so he's going to try to twist things to make it seem like that he was always right. You know what I mean? So, look, I could be way off base here. Maybe he's just getting some stuff wrong. Maybe there's no agenda. But I kind of think there is an agenda. I tend to believe that Daniel is reporting stuff in a way to make it seem like Feige is not listening to the concerns of a lot of fans. And I gotta say, I don't believe that. I don't believe it. I think that they're not only are they listening, but they are making these adjustments. And it's weird because, like, the platform is so big and the other scoopers and everybody just, you know, clout chases. So the storm of when these reports come out and take over, kind of supersedes any like actual discourse about how real it is, right? But for the people that watch this channel, for the people that really fuck with me, I just kind of want to try to keep it a stack and explain where I'm at with some of this stuff, what I've heard about it. I value Daniel. I pay him every month now for his Patreon. I value him. I value his scoops. I just happen to think that he's jaded and has an agenda. And so I try to kind of remove the filter when I talk about this sort of stuff, you know? So, I don't know. I just kind of wanted to put that out there because generally speaking, like, here's the thing, right? Like, if you all just kind of think objectively about this, how could Feige watch the Marvels do what it did and watch what Madam Web is about to do and watch how certain characters, shows, and things that he has done have not resonated? How could he watch all of that happen and then just be like, female led this, female led that, female Iron Fist, this, that, second, and the third? Like, just at a base level, take a step back. That kind of doesn't make sense, right? And I'm not saying you need to, like, eliminate all the female characters and put them in the corner. You just need balance. And frankly, you just need better characters. You know? So, I just don't... You know what I mean? Like, that just defies logic, dude. You know what I mean? So, again, I'm just trying to sit back and kind of call it the way I'm seeing it. We're going to find out together either way. But, yeah, I just kind of wanted to touch on that. Okay. There were a couple of other things I wanted to touch on. Let me see. Ooh, GeekyCast said that Thunderbolt Ross does have the mustache in the film. Woo! Let's go. That's exciting. Okay, let me see, because I think there's... Oh, yeah, we got to talk Blade. We got to talk Blade, baby. And I guess, you know, a little bit of Ironheart as well. I mean, there's not really much to do with that. Okay, let's do this. So, let's talk about Blade. Mahershala Ali as Blade. Man, remember when he came out onto the stage in 2019? Do you feel old? That was 5 years ago. So, obviously, the Blade movie has had a lot of trouble, multiple different scripts. Remember, there was that big article where a version of the movie was going to be female-led and relegate Blade to a fourth lead in the movie. That was reported in the Hollywood trades. Now, I know there's some people that, I don't know, kind of want to deny that that's a thing or whatever, but I believe that it was a thing. Maybe it wasn't exactly that scenario, but something to that effect was happening. And we heard that Mahershala Ali was like super pissed about that stuff, right? So now a lot of the stuff going on with Blade is seeming to be a lot more encouraging. So here's kind of the new report here. Blade is still a period piece. I think it's supposed to happen in the 1920s. It's going to be rated R. W. Lilith is going after Blade's daughter's blood to create an army of Daywalkers, and her weapon will be the Ebony Blade. So that is pretty freaking cool. Wait a minute. What's hang on. What did Shine say on Twitter? I swear to God, if she ruined the topic of my video, I'm going to be super pissed. What did she tweet? Tell me, chat. But anyway, so let's talk about this. This seems cool. Lilith being the villain, I'm cool with that. Lilith is a cool creature, cool character. I think pretty cool. The daughter, that's righteous, especially if it's going to be in the 1920s. You can kind of explain that the daughter was young then and she's older now via being born from Blade. I like the idea of wanting to go after the blood to create Bloodwalkers, Venom and Tom Holland. And God damn it, Shine, are you watching this fucking stream right now? Are you trying to ruin my goddamn video? You know, just because you are Daniel and Toast and I talk shit on you all the time doesn't mean that you gotta watch my stream and then go tweet this bullshit and ruin the surprise in my fucking video. Anyway, so yeah, no, I think this, and this, by the way, this clip is also ruined. You just ruined the clip that I was trying to do as well. So thanks a lot for that. So anyway, yeah, Blade, rated R, fucking his daughter. He's not fucking his daughter, guys. I misspoke. It's his fucking daughter that's gonna be a part of it. Okay, so yeah, really weird. God damn it! That's your fault. That's your fault, chat. Shit. Yeah, and then you got the Ebony Blade, which, you know, Okay. Wow. This is really going off the rails. We're having a good time over here. Woo! Hell yeah. So, Blade, what are your thoughts, Chad? I think it's pretty cool. I'm excited. That's going to be great. Marvel wasn't kidding about the R rating. Yeah, you ain't lying, bro. Especially with that ebony blade. Woo! Shines in your head like Taylor was in Baltimore's. God damn it, you're right. Hate it, but you're right. Yeah, what are your thoughts on Blade? Yeah, clip successful now. Yeah, Jesus. What are your thoughts on Blade, chat? Not female led, it's just female centric now. Yeah, it does feel like that's a lot of female shit going on, right? You know, with Lilith and the daughter being involved and everything like that. But generally, like, if it's Blade and it's a Blade movie, I don't think I'll mind it as much. Yeah, I guess we just gotta kind of see how it all gets put together there. But I'm excited for Blade. I like that it's R. Lilith is a really creepy looking character as well. So that'll be interesting to see. Let's see here. Is there anything else going on? Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man, yeah. There's, Okay, yeah, well, we won't talk about that. We'll save that. And let me see here. Was there anything else? Yeah, it just seems like there's still some stuff about World War Hulk coming out. Yeah. Yeah, I think that might be it. I think that might be all the crazy updates. Midnight Suns would be dope. Hell yeah, Midnight Suns would be great. Bring back Iron Fist for a 3rd season. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. Bring back Danny Rand. Danny Rand's cool, man. Like, Danny Rand's a cool character. Like, I'm sorry. Like, he just is. So, you know, if you don't like that Danny is white, I mean, like, come on. Like, honestly, that's so fucking ridiculous. There are so many awesome, diverse characters in the Marvel catalog. Pick some of those, prop them up, make them awesome, and just do the characters we want the way we want them, dude. Finn Jones is lame, though. Yeah, he wasn't the best. I didn't necessarily hate him in the role, except for the fact that he was awful in the action sequences. Like, if he got in shape and was actually well-trained, that would be sick. Bro, how am I not talking about DD? What are you talking about? Daredevil? We've been talking about Daredevil for like a couple of weeks. Couple of weeks, dude. Give us Ghost Rider. I want Malty, y'all. I would love Ghost Rider. I don't hate him either. Yeah, he's cool. No. You can't do martial arts if you're not Asian. Aw, shit. That sounds wrong to me, but yeah. Shang-Chi and Iron Fist teaming up. That would be fantastic, dude. I would love to see that. Do you guys remember in the comics when Danny teaches Spider-Man martial arts? Because at that point, Peter lost his spider senses. So he had to learn to, like, actually use his senses and actually, like, fight in the comics. That shit was dope. Anybody? Bueller? Shang-Chi teaches Peter? Was it Shang-Chi? I thought it was Iron Fist. Do Midnight Suns in modern day daywalk age slowly? Yeah, well, of course. Yeah, I think you can have Blade. Like, Blade's, yeah, he's like from the 1920s. He's also from London. And then, yeah, he lives for a long, long time. I don't get why they don't just list Born Again as season 4 of Daredevil. It's like a contract thing. They just don't want to pay the Netflix people, basically. But for all intents and purposes, I think that's kind of what it is now. You know? Will Blade be an Avenger? I hope so. I think that would be fantastic. I want Luke Cage to return. Dude, yeah. That would be cool, man. I didn't hate Mike Coulter in that role either. But I wouldn't mind somebody else in the role, to be honest. I wasn't, like, super sold on Coulter's take. Bushman was dope, though. In the 2nd season of Luke Cage, Bushman, that character was fun, dude. Need some more Jessica Jones? That would be really cool. Pics of Lilith? Well, have you played Diablo 4? Mm-hmm. Because Lilith is a creepy looking villain. What the hell? Where's all this goobly glob? It's like a weird animated Lilith that's all over the timeline when you research for it. Let me just look here. Let me look at Pinterest. Pinterest is kind of underrated, by the way. And also, didn't you guys remember Lilith from the Midnight Suns game that we played? There she is. There she is. That's from Diablo 4. But she kind of looks like that in Marvel as well, or at least in the Midnight Suns game. Let me see if I can look that up. Lilith, Midnight Suns. Hell yeah. Here's what she looks like. Hell yeah. There's her eyes right there. Oh my god, it's horrifying. Ah, holy shit. It's so scary. Ah! Yeah, so that'd be cool. Magic! Exactly. When we were running around looking for magic. Yeah, she looks sick in Midnight Suns for sure. Wife got me on Pinterest. It's actually pretty good. The algorithm for finding cool images is great. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else, guys. So I'll just kind of, let me break this down for you. So I have a big video coming out that goes over every single project that is currently slated and all the rumored projects coming out from Marvel. It's like a 25-minute video. It's fucking crazy. But it goes over Daredevil changes. It goes over the Agatha Covenant of Chaos changes. It goes over potential Ironheart changes. It goes over the movie changes. It goes over Captain America, Sentry, Thunderbolts. It goes over Blade. It goes over Fantastic Four, which, by the way, oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Fantastic Four. This, I think, came out like on Friday, maybe like after we were streaming or as we were finishing up. So the reports are that that movie is getting rewrites again, and they're expected to turn in a new draft within the next couple of months. Now, that is crazy. That's bizarre, right? Because we already knew Fantastic Four had gone through a bunch of different rewrites. One of these things that we heard, and I think Jeff Snyder reported this, there was a draft that Adam Driver looked at and was like, no, like, I'm not going to do it like this. And so there was apparently a draft done to kind of try to entice Adam Driver back to the role of Reed Richards. It apparently did not work. It's also possible that was a money situation, because we've been hearing like there's a lot of budgetary things going on. Disney kind of tightening things up over there at Marvel, which is interesting because they're spending like a lot of money to try to get this Captain America movie right. But regardless, so big changes coming to the Fantastic Four script. Now, again, this is speculation. This is speculation. A lot of people are going to be like, oh my God, here we go again. Here we go again. Marvel doing this, that, second, and the third. But I will tell you guys, a lot of the rumors that were out there for the Fantastic Four movie sounded really bad to me. Just a bad idea. And I broke that down in a video. But essentially, you know, I'll just kind of TLDR some of them. You know, a Sue Storm-led movie. I don't like it. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Sue's great. But Reed is the smartest man in the universe. That's the character. That's the interesting aspect. All of the great Fantastic Fours. I'm talking about Hickman stuff. Talking about Secret Wars. It's Reed. It's about Reed. Okay? So I just felt like that was always so weird to have it be led by Sue Storm. Can it work? Sure. I just don't know the details of how they're going to pull it off. But I'm honestly hoping they're changing that. I think they might have already changed that a little bit when they actually rewrote it for Adam Driver, right? And speaking of that, here's another thing that's interesting. Pedro is now Reed. And the rumors were that when they got Pedro, when they got him, he was the only one that was signed. Because they were like, dude, it's Pedro. He's a big name. We're going to give him a nice fat chunk of money here. And they made him do chemistry reads with the rest of the cast that they had essentially already locked. Rumor was, if those chemistry reads didn't go well, they were going to get rid of some of the cast that they already had. Right? So this is your Joseph Quinn, Evan Moss-Bachrach, and Vanessa Kirby. So the reason I mention that is because I'm wondering now, did they do the chemistry leads, hire Pedro, and now they're making even more changes to the script because they've got Pedro and they want to center it around Pedro? I'd be okay with that. I think that's actually probably a good way to go about it. Now, another interesting question. You know, with all this Kang and, you know, what's going on with that and you know, are they recasting, are they not? What's going on with the Avengers, etc.? Is it possible they are rewriting this movie to have a little bit more Doctor Doom? Now, I want to stop right away and say I'm fanboy dreaming, okay? Not based on fact in any way, shape, or form. But I will say, you know, we've been hearing a lot about the Goss, Ken, being courted by Marvel Studios. A lot of people saying maybe it's Nova. Some people saying maybe it's Ghost Rider. But he's also been linked to Doctor Doom. I know, I don't like Gosling as Doctor Doom. I'm going to be honest with you. But I want Doctor Doom so fucking badly that I might just be willing to be like, okay, maybe this is it. The reason I bring that up is because I was watching the Hot Mic podcast. This was a couple of weeks ago, you know, with Jeff Snyder and John Roca. And John had mentioned just some speculation that he had that maybe now that the Jonathan Major stuff had happened, they were actually willing to spend more money on Doom, change up Doom, and maybe they were recording Ken. Okay? Now, if we assume that's true, right? Which, again, like, Jeff kind of, like, scoffed at that and didn't think that was going on, but, like, Roca kind of said he felt like that could be happening. So if that happens, and they give more money to the Goss, and they want more Doom, then I could see them changing the Fantastic Four script to have more Doctor Doom in it, which would be a W. Like, that would be absolutely awesome, right? Like, more Doctor Doom, push him to be more of a big villain in this whole multiversal thing. That would be freaking awesome. Another question that I have is about the female Silver Surfer. Now, look, I kind of got to a point where I was mad that we didn't get Nora and Rat. It's very similar to the Iron Fist thing, where it's like, dude, yeah, sure, Colleen Wing is cool. Like, you know, female Iron Fist, it isn't the worst thing in the world. But, man, I fucking love Danny Rand. Like, how is that wrong? Like, how is that fucked up to be like, no, I'd actually prefer Danny Rand because I like Danny Rand. Like, let's just, like, you know, I know this might sound toxic, but keep the white guy. Crazy idea, right? And so I'm wondering, man, is there at any level a conversation over at Marvel Studios where they were like, okay, so we were going to do female Silver Surfer, but, you know, just given the climate and given where the fans are at, what if we did Nora and Red? What if we just did what the fans wanted? You know, because it appears that is at least partially what they're doing with Daredevil Born Again. That would be fantastic. You could do Nova. You could actually do female Silver Surfer, but I really just feel like it would be better to do Nora and Red. You know what I mean? Like, let's like fucking Lauren Rad. Like, come on, man. Let's just do that. So again, no reports on that, but I would love it. And that would be a huge W. And I feel like a lot of fans would galvanize around that. You know, another potential route that they could do is instead of making it female Silver Surfer, just make her Nova. You know, if it's really Anna Taylor-Joy, just make her Nova. You don't need to get all weird and, you know, oh, in this one issue fucking 8 years ago that nobody read, there was a female Silver Surfer, and also in Earth X, there was a film. Like, we don't need any of that. Just make her Nova. Go away from this subversion of expectation. I feel like the subverting expectation thing, fans are over it, dude. So I'm curious, and I'm wondering if any of those kind of changes are going to be made to the Fantastic Four movie. But here's the deal. Like, just to kind of, again, just to summarize. The Fantastic Four went from a movie I was incredibly excited about to the more I heard about it, I was like, I don't know about this shit. plainly. I don't know about this shit. The idea of them coming from a different universe, I don't like that either. That's fucking weird, dude. Just make them from 616, displace them. So I'm really curious how much is changing for this Fantastic Four movie. But I guess the bottom line is, for me, when I consider that I didn't like the movie they were about to make, the fact that they're taking 2 more months and they're changing the movie, that actually makes me happy. Maybe they'll just double down on all the stuff I hate. Maybe. But for now, I'm choosing to be optimistic because I've heard good things are coming and that they are making these kind of considerations. So that's kind of the deal with the Fantastic Four, the script changes and the potential changes. What do you think? What do you think's going on? What do you think, chat? Logan says, any chance we get at least one Dune stream before part 2 releases? Just looks so much better than Star Wars The MCU project. The hype is real. I like that first Dune movie, man. Let me check something real quick. What is the tracking? What's the box office tracking? It would be long range at this point. But I'm curious. What's the box office tracking for Dune 2? It looks to be tracking much better than the first movie. And that Wonka movie, I didn't know this, but apparently Wonka kind of crept up and ended up doing like 400 plus, which was surprising. I would love for that movie to be very successful, man. I really like the first Dune. I'm very excited for Dune 2. So I would love for that movie to be really, really good. Will we do a stream for it? Wonka got to 500 plus? Really? Good for them, man. Pedro was great in Narcos? Yeah. Pedro's pretty great in almost everything. I've never seen Pedro phone it in, man. Pedro good. I just don't see him as Reed, but Pedro is a phenomenal actor. Dune over Warhammer. Ah! You know, just for that, I think maybe we should spend 20 minutes talking about the new Warhammer lore. Should we talk about the new Warhammer lore? Guys, do you want to talk about the new Warhammer lore? I'm dying to talk about the new Warhammer lore. Can we talk about the new Warhammer lore? Do you want me to talk about the new Warhammer lore? Put a 1 into the chat if you want me to talk about the new Warhammer lore. Woo! Oh my God. Oh man. Okay, so I got a big old video working on this. Hopefully I can release it this week and we can get back to the Warhammer channel because you guys are all slowly realizing that Warhammer is the best. As soon as that Cowboy shit comes out, man. Woo! Okay. Let's TLDR this, man. Let's talk about this. Okay, so in the old lore, in the established lore, the Horus Heresy, it's the biggest pivotal moment in the entire lore. Okay, it is the God Emperor of mankind and one of his favorite sons, the son he spent the most time with, Horus, turning against his father, starting a civil war, and ending in a way that basically destroys the ability for the Imperium to become really good and for humanity to have a bright future. And he plunges humanity into 10,000 years of authoritarian darkness, grim darkness, constant war. Everything falls apart in the Horus Heresy, okay? The concepts of that lore were vague up until technically a couple of days ago, and for a lot of us, tomorrow. The official novel drops for me tomorrow, so I'll be able to dig into this tomorrow, okay? But in the old lore, the whole thing culminates in a fight between Horus and the Emperor. And Horus, juiced up on Chaos God magic, fights the Emperor and he's literally wounding and like he's about to kill the emperor. And the old lore was like the emperor was like holding back, didn't want to destroy Horus, and so therefore he was getting messed up. And then all of a sudden the emperor decides, I can't save Horus, and so he obliterates Horus, destroying Horus's body, mind, and his soul. No chance for Horus to come back. He was completely obliterated, including his soul. And in the old lore, this was something that cost the emperor. It took power for the emperor to do this, and because of his wounds in the battle and because of using that amazing, incredible blast, he basically was dead. He was a corpse. And so they had to take the emperor's corpse and they had to put him on this thing known as the Golden Throne, which was like a life, what's the word I'm looking for here? It's a, like, it sustains him. So it's like life support. I think that's the word. So he basically sits on this throne halfway between life and death, and he lives on this golden throne for 10,000 years in complete and total agony as he uses his power to keep reality together. So there's been a series of books that started in 2006. Okay. 18 years later, 64 books later, we now have the actual telling of what happened in that scene, and it's fucking crazy. So, the main difference, the thing that has changed now in the lore, is essentially that Horus is fighting the Emperor, and he's whooping that ass to the point where it doesn't even feel good. And Horus is like not getting the satisfaction that he thought he would get from beating his father. And one of Horus's long lost friends kind of like enters the room as they're fighting. And he tells Horus, well, you've basically already won. Why don't you win as Horus Lupercal and not as the puppet of the Chaos Gods? And so Horus, in this moment of clarity, hearing the words from his old friend, relinquishes the power of the Chaos Gods and decides to take his victory as just the Primarch Horus. Okay? Then it's revealed that that friend that was just talking Horus down was actually the Emperor, and he fucking tricked him, and then all of a sudden he's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. And so he's like stabbing him. And then at this moment, the Chaos Gods, they realize that the Emperor's plan is way crazier than they thought. At first, they like don't want to give the power back to Horus because they just want him to suffer. And they want him to be like wanting that power back, but getting whooped by the Emperor or whatever. And then all of a sudden they realize, oh shit, yo, this is really, really bad. So they start flooding their power into Horus, okay? And this is where it gets really crazy. Horus then asks his father to kill him. His father's last words are, I will wait for you and I forgive you. And then he stabs him through the heart and he kills Horus. So the big change, the big difference now is that Horus's soul is no longer destroyed. Horus dies as Horus and not as this puppet of the Chaos Gods. He can come back to the setting. He can be redeemed. Oh, and also, the Emperor forgives him and says he will wait for him. Now, that is likely to do with part of the Emperor's soul separating off and going into the warp. I know, this is getting pretty crazy. You're going to have to watch the full video to get the full explanation here. But suffice it to say, this is a shocking change to the lore. So it means that Horus could come back. It also means that the Emperor wasn't like they both really like loved each other. And there was like some actual hope there. And the Emperor might have a plan to kind of meet up with Horus's soul and like bring him back to this setting. So it's like wild. Absolutely wild. So yeah, no, look, Warhammer is the best. And I'll continue to preach that until you get it. And you'll get it. And then when the Henry Cavill stuff happens, we'll jump shit from all this Marvel and Star Wars shit. And we'll just be a pure Warhammer channel. We'll just be completely excited about Warhammer. The Henry Cavill Warhammer universe. That's what we're all waiting for. Let's go. Till we sleep. Freaking buttholes. I'm suing the tower? Hey, that's your fault. 64 books, you say. Yes, 64 books. Yeah. Can you imagine a Horus Heresy trilogy? You need way more than a trilogy for the Horus Heresy. But I think you could set it up through seasons of a show. Yeah, man. You made me fall asleep and bump my head. Oh, hell no, Kendall. Come on, man. That shit, come on. Warhammer. What? Don't you guys get it? Don't you guys get it? Josh, if the Emperor just stabbed him, how did he become disabled? Well, Horus was still absolutely messing him up, so his body is like crushed. I would also assume that last psychic blast, because he does it out of one of his eyes, Horus is like, it's crazy. So it's. I think the Emperor was wounded, and the Emperor had been doing a lot. So like up until that moment, not to, force everybody to leave the tower, but up until that moment, the Emperor had also been sitting on the Golden Throne, keeping the Astronomicon working and basically holding back the warp, right? So obviously, you guys know that Magnus the Red was supposed to be the Primarch that would sit on the Golden Throne and keep the Astronomicon going and hold back the warp. And Magnus, wanting to warn his father about Horus's betrayal, astral projects into the throne room and fucks the Golden Throne all up. So during most of the siege of Terra, the Emperor's on the Golden Throne using his immense power to like hold back the warp. So he was weakened in a lot of different ways. So, yeah. So, Any other questions? Anything else? Anything else? Anybody need it? Can I explain any more of that? Loki got us stories? Kind of. A little bit, yeah. Where should I start reading 40K? I would start with the Valdor novel. Oh, man, the Valdor novel. What a great book. I am going to start playing, though. Let's go! What army? My nephew wants to play? Yo, that's sick, dude. Hey, chillin', are you still in here? Did you paint up those Chaos Marines yet, man? Okay, let's get into Q&A. Let's see what y'all be saying in the chats, the super chats, the member chats, and all that sort of stuff, okay? Okay, so Victor Gamora, first in today. Welcome back to the Nerd Vengers. Dr. Wargod says, how about Timothy Olyphant as Mr. Fantastic? I mean, I wouldn't hate that. I like Timothy Olyphant. But he's already blackballed, and also Pedro is Reed, dude. Like, unless something absolutely wild happens, Pedro is our Reed Richards. Oh, he wants to play on PC or something like that? Yeah, that's Tabletop Simulator. So you'll be able to play it basically, I think it'll cost like $20 or something to get Tabletop Simulator, but you won't have to actually buy the army. Which is kind of cool. I play on Tabletop Simulator a lot to like try out new builds before I buy stuff. Tim Davis says, almost ready to gain access to the Diamond Lounge. Much love. Hey, I appreciate you, Tim. We'll have a good Diamond Lounge the next time we do it. It'll be next month. But yeah, we'll do it. Undead Stick Sick 83 says, what about your Spider-Man rant, Josh? No Way Home was a gimmick that would have never been as popular and successful if it didn't have a nostalgic trope, one of two. And then he followed up and said, we have just brought Tom Holland full circle to the point where he finally feels like a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man that we love, and you actually want them to do the same shit again? 2 of 2. No, I don't want them to do the same thing again. I just want to get into the multiverse stuff. I think that I'm just at a different place with some of you guys because, like, I actually read Time Runs Out. I actually read Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars. And frankly, that is, I think, the greatest story ever told in comics. Like, that's not cap. That 3 to 4 years of Hickman writing New Avengers, couple of issues of Avengers World, couple of one-shots here and there, leading up to Secret Wars and then completing his Secret Wars is the greatest story ever told in comics. And it heavily involves the multiverse. So when I heard Incursion in Multiverse of Madness, I made a Secret Wars video. This was before Feige officially announced Secret Wars. I hear the word Incursion. I went from 6 to midnight. And I was like, oh my God, they're doing it. The greatest story ever told in comics is being adapted into the MCU. So I'm like, years later now, being like, where's that fucking story? Basically, right? So, yeah, that's what I want. But I also completely understand your point. I get where the chat is at. I understand people want the grounded Spider-Man. It's also a little bit hypocritical of me to be sort of praising Ultimate Spider-Man for taking Peter back to being Peter and then saying that I don't need that with Tom Holland. You know what I mean? So I was just, you know, it doesn't happen often. Very rare. But yeah, I was wrong. And I think I also got wrapped up into just wanting to be right. So I was ignoring all of the, you know, the good stuff that you guys were bringing up. So I'll never admit that again, by the way. Grand Admiral Kendall says, that's my Niners, baby. Let's take down the stupid Swifties. What? You better watch your mouth. Also, do you think that Deadpool 3 trailer will actually show during the Super Bowl? Yes. I do. Yes. I do. Star Wars Sith says, so hyped, taking a photo with Hayden and Ewan this Saturday at MegaCon Orlando. Bro, that is awesome. Give the boys a lot of love. Yo, if you get a chance, tell Hayden, just be like, yo, bro, hey, thank God for the Ahsoka show, am I right? Because they kind of did you dirty in that Kenobi show. That shit was whack. Hayden did have incredible scenes in Kenobi, though. Like that line where he was like, you didn't kill Anakin Skywalker, Obi-Wan, I did. I was like, God damn. Yeah, the finale of Kenobi kind of works. But, yeah. Sam Shills, welcome back to the Nerd Venture. Shadow Realm BG says, hey, Josh, great to see Daredevil Born Again getting back on the right track. Can't wait for this, or for next week's Deadpool 3 trailer. Keep up the good work, bro. Thanks, man. Appreciate you, dude. And yeah, I'm quite excited for a lot of this stuff that's coming. I think San Diego Comic-Con this year is also going to blow our socks off, man. I believe that. I believe that. Undead Stick says, also, it making $1.922 billion doesn't matter. Just means a lot of people saw it. There is a difference between box office success and critical reception. Fair point. Diamond Fig says, if Harrison Ford Red Hulk looks like that, he better off being Lou Ferrigno painted red with Harrison's face. Yeah, dude. Absolutely agree with you on that one. 100%. Mark Shine says, dude, too much time in between movies. These guys are getting old to wait 4 to 5 years to make a movie. Yeah, I know. I agree with you. I agree with you on that. Again, thanks for shouting out Ahsoka Day, Mariana. Kendall says, Taylor Swift and Deadpool 3 will elevate it to $2 billion movie. She's really going to ascend higher. That's a powerful lady, man. That is a powerful lady. Shout out to Taylor Swift, man. Dar Boyd says, how will Peter get grounded if both Tom's Uncle Ben and Aunt May are both dead? Broke vengeance for life. Well, I think it's just going to be him on his own. Listening to the police scanner, fighting street-level heroes, or villains, rather. So that's what I think is going on. That is what I think is going on. Oh, my God, Shane Ross. Bro, what? Hey, Josh. First of all, thank you for the 20, man. That's very generous. Hey, Josh, I got the collector's bundle for Unity, but I never got the link to the Discord. How do I get that? Hey, Josh, I got the collector's bundle for the Discord. How do I get that? Okay, so you said it in there twice. Can you message me on Kickstarter, bro? Message me on Kickstarter. I will go check the Kickstarter right after this stream. And I will get you the link to Unity's Discord. So you're telling me you still haven't read Unity yet? At least chapter 1? Shane Ross, are you telling me you haven't read chapter 1? Come on, man. Come on, man. We got to get you in there. Okay, let's see here. Soka, 16 years ago today. Hell yeah, Mariana. When was the last time we got Armor Wars update? The last update was just that it's going to be a movie now instead of a show. A lot of rumors that RDJ might be involved in some way, and I also think the Ironheart reshoots will probably help it connect to that movie better. Look, all I want to say is, as long as they don't make Ironheart the actual 616 variant of Kang, I'm good. As long as they don't make Ironheart the actual 616 variant of Kang the Conqueror, I'm chill. Don't do it. Vinny Diaz says, isn't it racist to not like Iron Fist because he's white? Is it racist to not like Iron Fist because he's white? I mean, you kind of got me in a box here. I don't know. I guess if you're racist against white people and that's your whole thing and you're like, fuck whitey or something, then yeah, no, I would say so. Yeah. I think that's probably the best way that I can answer that. Rosie says, is there any news on Luke Cage in the MCU? No, nothing official, brother. It would be cool, though. I like Luke Cage, man. Logan says, any chance we get at least one Dune stream? Oh, yeah, we went over this. I don't know if we'll do a Dune stream. Maybe I'll talk a lot about it after I see it on stream. Yeah, I don't know. What would we do for that stream? Oh, by the way, if you're gonna be attending the Nerd Avenger stream tomorrow night, you have homework. So we're gonna be going over Fantastic Four issue 570 to issue 578, 8 issues. Jonathan Hickman's initial start to his Fantastic Four run. So we're gonna be breaking that down tomorrow. So you's gots to read those issues if you want to be a part of that conversation tomorrow. Dune stream is on Josh's OnlyFans with that popcorn bucket. God damn it. I know exactly what you mean, and that's gross, but also hell yeah. Trev says, if they have Kingpin Spider-Man standoff a la Back in Black by JMS in Spider-Man 4, I'm sold, even though that requires Fisk knowing he is Peter. That's not what I'm talking about, but yes, that would be cool. That would be cool. Make Lewis the 616 Kang variant. Dude, that would be great. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. That would be fantastic if they did that, bro. Seriously, I would like it a lot. Aaliyah says, Manny, I cannot take credit, pointed out an excellent sign. It's a fake poster that it doesn't feature Sam's updated suit. Nice. Yeah, I hope it's not true. Ooh, this is kind of interesting. Did the Hollywood Reporter just come out and talk about Blade? Oh my god. Oh, okay, so they're talking about a different thing. They're talking about him in the Malcolm X movie. So there was Aaron Pure's role in Blade was described to be a leading one, and he's seemingly no longer involved in the movie. Yeah, they made a lot of changes to that, but that's okay. I think they're getting their mojo back over there. That's the way I kind of think of it. I got the hot girl in the tower basement to do my homework for me. Got a good head on her shoulders. Shh. Ah, shit. I won't tell. Monkey Man as Reed. Dev would be great, man. I really do like Dev Patel. I see Dev more as Reed than I do Pedro. But, I mean, I guess, look, they just got to sell us on Pedro as Reed. You know, they can do it, but they got to do it. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to chill for like 5 more minutes, and then I got to get out of here. I'm going to work on that Spider-Man video. I'd love to get that out today. Huge 25-minute video, probably going to drop tomorrow, breaking down a ton of updates for Marvel. Every single project that they have coming out, every single project that's rumored. Just kind of want to break it all down. So Pedro can do it. He's an excellent actor. He is an excellent actor. Yeah. Evil Diner 666. I hear you, bro. Hey, shout out to the people on Twitch, man. Oh, and you know what? Look, we were supposed to do this today, but we ran out of time. So here's what we're going to do. The $200 GameStop gift card. We're going to do the drawing for that on Wednesday's stream. So if you are a member on YouTube, you automatically get entered to win the $200 GameStop gift card. But if you're a member on Twitch, you also get entered to win the $200 GameStop gift card. And you can become a member on Twitch for free via the Amazon Prime thing. And if you are already a member here, you can go become a member on Twitch for free. And then all of a sudden, you get 2 entries to win the $200 GameStop gift card. Think about it. And guess what? We're going to do another one of those on Friday. $200 GameStop gift card on Wednesday. $200 GameStop gift card on Friday. Hell yeah. Do it Wednesday. More like when they do it. What? Yes. Okay, let's see here. Expo City. Good to see you, brother. Says, was Krasinski never a consideration as 616 Reed? Personally liked his read in MOM. And after reading Hickman's Fantastic Four run, I pictured John delivering the dialogue. There's conflicting reports there. Some people were saying it was only going to be a cameo. Some people were saying that the thing in MOM was kind of like a test to see how people felt about it. And I was shocked at how many people didn't like him as Reed. I thought it was a good read, so I don't really know. Josh ignoring the Feige being killed comments. I just didn't see them, bro. But I mean, what do you want to know? Does it seem like they're probably still going to kill Feige? I mean, it kind of feels that way, yeah. It does kind of feel that way. Josh, did you see the new Avatar trailer? What were your thoughts? Dude, that trailer was fantastic. That trailer was fantastic. Yeah, so the rumors are like, and this is just like, dude, this kind of sucks. Like, should we really talk about this? Should we talk about this? A lot of the scoopers are teasing that despite those actors coming back, they're still gonna get killed probably. Maybe it's Karen, maybe it's Foggy, maybe it's both. And look, I mean, do I like that? No, I think it's stupid as fuck. Will I just sit back and try to watch the show and take it for what it is? Yes. Do I think there's a possibility that the fan base rages and turns on Feige in a way they never have before? Yes. And frankly, he might deserve it. Like, that's kind of like, it's one of these weird things where, like, and I've said this before, but like, I really like Feige. But he does some shit that is absurd and he needs kicked in the shins. And that's in a loving way. It's like in a brotherly way. Like, I'd just kind of walk up to him and be like, Kevin, thanks for everything. And I'd kick him really fucking hard in the shin. Like, he'd be feeling that for weeks. You know what I mean? Like, weeks. And I'd be like, yeah, you fucking think about that. You think about what you've done. So it is possible that he's going to kill them anyway, and that the fans are going to lose their minds. And frankly, I mean, that is just cosmic justice. Like, we'll just see how it goes. But yeah, that dude, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. You know? And it's too early to tell at this point. I mean, I don't know, man. We don't know for sure. So that's all I'll say about that. Yeah. Boycott Feige if Foggy gets killed. Yeah, I mean, look, that might happen. We'll see. I mean, look, if the show's incredible, then I might be able to forgive it. There's also shenanigans. Like, let's not forget that there's shenanigans. So there's ways for him to, be seemingly taken out of the picture and then return. So we got to remember about shenanigans. But, yeah, do I think that fans will react pretty harshly to that? Yes, I do. And I think that if Marvel goes about that way and the fans backlash, then that is backlash that they deserve. So, what about blipping them? You could absolutely blip them, and that could be a very interesting way to handle that. Yeah. We'll see. Too early to tell, man. Too early to tell. But yeah, I'm sure more of that will kind of come out, and we'll see it for what it is. But there's also the chance here. I mean, think about it. This is the studio that literally remade the show, right? And they did bring them back. Maybe they brought them back just to kill them, but they did bring them back. So either way, you're going to get more Foggy and Karen. I mean, we've seen the shots of them on the street, right? So either way, we get a little bit of that joy. And maybe they'll rip it away from us, and that would be horrible. But I would argue that it's too early to get really upset about that because, I mean, who knows? They could change it again. Like, if they're in it and it just works and it's great, maybe they'll shuffle it again. Maybe they'll audible at the line again and just find a way to keep them in the show. I'm not sure. I am not sure. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it all. I really don't want them to die. Me neither, man. Me neither. Conor McGregor just acted as his UFC persona from what it looked like in the trailer. Yeah, I didn't think Conor looked good in that trailer at all. And a lot of people were like, "Oh, dude, Conor, dude." I thought, and look, we'll see in the movie, but I don't think he was good at all. And we'll see. The movie still looks really cool. But when I saw that, I was like, bro, this motherfucker can't act. He cannot act. Maybe it'll work. Maybe they found a way to make it work. He's playing himself. Okay. All right. What movie? The Roadhouse movie. Mm-hmm. You thought he looked entertaining? All right. We can just agree to disagree on this one. Yeah, I thought the trailer looked fun, but also I was like, damn, dude, Conor cannot act, and he's probably horrible in the movie. And that's probably why it's on Amazon Prime. You know what I mean? Like, dude, that's what it is. So, look, I used to be the biggest Conor fan, and I'm just not anymore. So, we'll see. I want to see him come back. I want to see him fight. I'd love for him to, actually get back to the old Conor, because watching Conor back in the day was truly something special. You know what I mean? But I think he's now just a bloated, coked out millionaire with no real self-control. Maybe I'm wrong. But we'll have to see. What about the Michael Jackson movie? I don't even, I have no idea what you're talking about, bro. That movie has drama. The director is mad that it went to streaming. He boycotted the premiere. Yeah, I know all about that. I mean, that's his prerogative, you know. He doesn't want it to be just a streaming movie or whatever. That's fine. Hell yeah. McGregor versus Chandler all day for 300. I don't think it's going to be 300, though. Am I watching True Detective? No. I watched the first couple, though. True Detective was pretty good, man. Back in the day. Holy shit. I think the first season was the best, though. All right, everybody. That's going to do it for your Monday stream. That's going to do it for your Monday stream. Videos today, videos tomorrow. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 7 p.m. for the Nerd Avenger stream. We are going to be covering the comics, the Jonathan Hickman Fantastic Four, issue 570 to issue 578. So look out for that. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Lots of cool streams and videos throughout the week. It's going to be a good one. I appreciate you. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day. And I'll see you in the next video. God damn it, Delta Dan. God damn it, Delta Dan. I just want to hear you read it. Go Niners! We facing the NFL refs, the Swifties, but let's go. Deadpool 3 chat going to be dope. Can't wait to get second Kickstarter Avengers for life. Appreciate you. Damn it, Rosie. Is everybody gone? Did everybody leave? God damn it, Fanjecture. I hope they delete Foggy twice. Get that loser out of here. God damn it, guys. Just remember that. Just remember that, chat. The next meetup when we see Adam, let's just ask him about his feelings about Foggy. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Just remember that. Anyway. Damn, bro, how much did it cost to make this? About $900,000. And that's just the video. The tower itself was billions. Spared no expense. Yeah. That was a good stream. That was fun, man. Hey, look, I got the shirt on. I'm telling y'all, new year, new me. Make sure you open up your third eye and wash out your stinky butt.